Picture this: a mother who appears to be the perfect parent in public, but at home, she explodes in anger at her children and husband for the slightest mistakes. Similarly, imagine a father who intentionally confuses his kids by denying things that happened, making them doubt their own experiences and eroding their self-trust. These scenarios illustrate parents displaying narcissistic traits. Just like various personality traits, narcissism exists across a range of societies. Most people fall in the middle, while only a handful are at the extreme ends. The more severe form, Narcissistic Personality Disorder, (NPD), is quite uncommon, affecting just 1% of the population, as Psychology Today reports. Did my narcissistic parent raise you? Stick around till the end of this video to 7 proven reasons you were raised by a narcissist. So, let's delve into this topic and understand it better. How do you identify someone with a narcissistic personality? Well, someone with Narcissistic Personality Disorder, (NPD), tends to show certain characteristics. They might have an overly big sense of their importance. They feel entitled to constant and excessive admiration. Even without deserving it, they expect to be seen as superior. They tend to exaggerate their accomplishments and talents, daydreaming about being hugely successful, powerful, beautiful, incredibly smart, or being in the perfect relationship occupies their thoughts. They often dominate conversations and look down on people they consider beneath them. Special treatment and complete agreement with their expectations are things they demand. Exploiting others to get what they want is common for them. They struggle to understand or care about others' needs and feelings. Envy towards others and believing others are envious of them is another trait. Arrogance is their style, coming off as conceited, showing off, and pretentious. They insist on having the best things, like the top-notch car or the fanciest office. Criticism or anything challenging their self-image is tough for them to handle. In such situations, they might get angry, put others down, find it hard to control their emotions, and deal with hidden feelings of shame, vulnerability, and humiliation. Growing up with a narcissistic parent. Being raised by a narcissistic parent can lead to the deep-seated belief that I am not good enough. Narcissistic parents usually have an overly possessive connection with their young children. These kids are perceived as extensions of their parents, serving as a source of self-esteem. It's almost like a bragging point, saying, "Look how perfect my children are. I've done a great job." Consequently, the children become a tool for garnering attention from others. As a result, these children learn to conform to the molds their parents shape for them. This compliance often triggers anxiety for the child, who must consistently set aside their own identity to meet the parents' expectations. Maintaining stability requires these children to adhere to their parents' agenda. Expressing their emotions or thoughts can lead to conflicts with the parent, resulting in reactions like anger, tears, or punishment. Thus, the child learns that their feelings and thoughts hold no value or are insignificant, leading them to suppress their emotions to keep the household calm. Narcissists aren't always harsh. They can exhibit kindness as well. However, this kindness usually comes with strings attached. The child eventually realizes that their parents' acts of kindness create a sense of indebtedness. The underlying message of "if I do something for you, you owe me" accompanies these acts. Kindness and love come with conditions. Dealing with a narcissist's behavior can be challenging even for adults, so it's often bewildering and uncertain for a child. Young children can't just walk away from their families, so they sacrifice their self-worth and blame themselves. They internalize the belief that they are the issue. If only I were better at this or that, my parents would love me more. The parent's conviction that they are the perfect caregiver exacerbates this belief, as they perceive any resistance or negativity from the child as the child's fault. The complexity of growing up with a narcissistic parent is that these children often don't recognize anything as amiss. During childhood, our understanding is shaped by our family environment. The child might take years, often into adulthood, to share their upbringing. Often, a friend or partner plays a role in this realization, as they can identify the narcissist's distinct and unusual parenting behavior. 7 proven reasons you were raised by a narcissist. Understanding these traits can help people raised by narcissistic parents recognize the impact of their upbringing and take steps toward healing and personal growth. So what are the 7 proven reasons a narcissist raised you? 1. Indecisiveness and guilt. First is indecisiveness and guilt. Adults who grew up with narcissistic parents often struggle to prioritize their own needs over others. They were conditioned to prioritize their parents' needs above their own, leading to feelings of guilt when considering their well-being. This internal conflict can hinder their ability to make decisions and hinder personal growth. 2. Internalized gaslighting. Next is internalizing gaslighting. Having been exposed to manipulation and doubt during childhood, these adults may undervalue their abilities and achievements. The narcissistic parent who felt threatened by their child's capabilities might have disregarded or suppressed their talents. Even when successful, they might experience imposter syndrome and doubt their worthiness. 3. Love and loyalty. Love and loyalty sound strange, right? However, despite the manipulations and mistreatment, adult children of narcissists often find it hard to distance themselves emotionally from their parents. Feelings of guilt can arise when setting boundaries or attempting to detach. They might even form relationships with partners displaying narcissistic traits, as they're accustomed to love laden with conditions and manipulation. 4. Strength and resilience. Strength and resilience. Many individuals raised by narcissistic parents exhibit remarkable resilience. They can form healthy relationships, show compassion, and learn to care for themselves. Recovery from the effects of narcissistic parenting is possible, allowing them to build a positive self-image and embrace healthy love. 5. Chronic self-blame. Chronic self-blame, even if not overtly abusive, narcissistic parents often fail to empathize with their children's emotions. To maintain family cohesion, the child, even as an adult, may internalize blame, thinking they cause any issues. This habit of self-blame can persist into adulthood, causing them to accept blame for situations beyond their control. 6. Egoism. The next proven reason a narcissistic parent raised you is egoism. Adults who grew up with narcissistic parents often adapt to avoid setting off emotional outbursts from their parents. They might minimize their presence and avoid drawing attention, like walking on eggshells. This behavior stems from the need to prevent their parents' explosive reactions. 7. Insecure attachment. Last but not least, insecure attachment. Children of narcissistic parents frequently develop insecure attachments. They may not experience a stable emotional foundation, making them apprehensive about relying on others. This can lead to either an overly independent attitude or an intense need for constant attention from partners, stemming from their uncertain childhood experiences. Moving forward and healing from a narcissistic parent. Recovering from the effects of being raised by a narcissistic parent is a journey that can greatly benefit from external support. Whether you embark on this healing process with a therapist or a partner is your decision, though caution is advised when involving other family members. Here are some important steps to initiate the healing process. 1. Recognition. The first step is self-awareness. Acknowledge the possibility that one of your parents exhibited narcissistic traits or had Narcissistic Personality Disorder, NPD. If you're reading this, you likely suspect this to be the case. 2. Education. Please familiarize yourself with NPD and its impact on family dynamics. Study online resources, read books, and consult therapists who specialize in narcissism. 3. Reflect. Recollect your experiences, but don't hesitate to seek support. Match your memories with the signs and symptoms of NPD. Rewrite these memories with a new narrative that acknowledges the parent's narcissism without placing blame on yourself or them. 4. Identification. Through this process, you might uncover emotional, psychological, or even physical abuse and neglect. With professional guidance, work through these memories to understand their impact. 5. Grieving. Healing often involves grieving for the childhood you missed out on and for the shattering of the idealized image of your parents. This can be difficult, as realizing your parents' harmful behaviors can destabilize them. 6. Developmental milestones. Address developmental milestones you might have missed. Embrace your identity, explore your sexuality, engage in dating, pursue your interests, and learn to set boundaries and express your needs. 7. Understanding. Accept that your narcissistic parent is unlikely to change, no matter how much you confront them. Confronting a narcissistic parent can lead to defensive reactions and arguments as their perfect image is challenged. 8. Consider your other parent. Acknowledge and possibly forgive your other parent. One parent often enables the narcissist's behavior by excusing or assisting in the abuse. Recognize their role in sustaining the unhealthy dynamics. Moving forward and healing involves acknowledging the impact of your upbringing, seeking professional support, and gradually reshaping your self-perception and relationships. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. With time and effort, healing is achievable. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up and tap the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos that empower you to take control of your goals and create meaningful change.